Thank you for tuning in to another great video by Destiny. Over the years, Margaret Lomas has answered hundreds of viewer questions about many aspects of property investing. Here's one of them.
I have a question regarding buying off the plan close to Doonside in New South Wales. The off the plan property will cost somewhere between $550,000 and $600,000 after construction, whereas the ready to move in houses in the Doonside region are in the range of $480,000 to $500,000, albeit without the first home buyer grant and without stamp duty exemption. Is it an attractive buy from a first home buyer perspective? Does it make sense to buy property which is valued at least $50,000 to $60,000 higher than the ready-to-move relatively new houses? And what sort of growth is expected in Doonside and the surrounding region? Additional things that I'm considering are affordability, community proximity to transport, schooling and resale value after 5 to 7 years. Well, Rajesh, there's a lot of questions there, so let's get started. When off-the-plan marketing was first established, it was a great chance for buyers to obtain under-market value properties. Developers needed to get a proportion of pre-sales in order to qualify for development finance, and so they offered up to 25% of the development as pre-sales, usually at the prices of the day or less. Lucky buyers committed to buy, and years later, when it was finally finished, often they found they were paying a lower price for property which, due to market movements, was now worth more. The developer got his finance as the bank happily provided the money on the basis of the pre-sales. Now, these days, developers are much greedier, trying to sell entire developments off the plan at tomorrow's prices. The entire risk sits with the buyer, who's fully exposed to many drawbacks, including: while an investor waits for completion, a bank won't lend to them for additional purchases, as this off-the-plan purchase is a commitment with no income yet. The market may plateau or even fall after the commitment is made, making the property worth less at settlement. If the property is worth more than is being paid, there's often a clause deep in the contract allowing the developer to pull out of the deal for any reason. On delivery, the property may be different in appearance than it appeared in the brochures. Developers can make changes of up to 10% without voiding the contract. Though the lender may approve a loan to buy the property, on completion of the building, they'll reassess the borrower and value the property. If the buyer's financial circumstances have changed, they may no longer qualify for the loan. If the valuation is less than purchase price, the buyer may not be able to borrow enough to proceed, but will be forced to by the developer. While I expect the Doonside may grow at slightly above average rates, you've already established that these off-the-plan properties are well above current market value, up to 25%. If you'd like to buy in Doonside, check out what else is available first in an already established property near new. That way, by the time these off-the-plan properties are completed, you may well have a few existing properties already under your belt and growing.
I would have wasted all my days in a dream. That's where I know you'll always be. Oh.